In a couple of months, having plastic and styrofoam products in your possession could cost you heavy fines. That is because the Department of Environment is working to ban single-use plastic and styrofoam, like those bags you use at the stores and those containers you use for takeout food. Maxine Monsanto of the D.O.E. explains that this ban is being implemented through a timed phase-out, and once the legislation is enacted, it will be illegal to import, manufacture, or use these products in Belize.
The cutoff date for importation, stop date, proposed in this draft is 1st of May. Stop date for manufacturing locally is 1st of August. Stop date for sale, meaning that you can no longer sell the product in country, is 1st of November. And the start date for possession, saying at that point we make it a criminal for you to have it for commercial purposes, is the 1st of December. So the general idea is that it's supposed to slowly stop the product from entering the country, then stop it from being produced in country, so you use what is currently available. We are not encouraging you to stockpile, because the proposal, if enacted, there won't be an extension. There's just going to be following those dates. And after the 1st of December, the product should no longer be available for commercial use in country. So on the ground, you as a law-abiding citizen should hopefully not buy the product, use the product, sell the product, and it shouldn't be available on the shelves, legally, of course.
And so today, the D.O.E. officials brought together all their stakeholders and partners, from importers of plastics and styrofoam to manufacturers and users and customs, to discuss how the draft legislation of the plastic and styrofoam ban will work if enacted. Importer Ramel Cuello says this ban will close off about 75% of his business. And while he may have to look into selling biodegradables, he says it may be a hard sell, especially for small consumers.
My business is about 75%. My importation is that product. No? People use it a lot, especially the grassroots food vendors. They use it a lot. So if that is going to be stopped or replaced with biodegradables, which are about 3 times more expensive, it's affecting business. It's going to get more expensive.
Are your business prepared for this phase out?
You can't get ready for that because people are complaining, you know. They say, why are they doing this thing and it's going to be replaced with something that's more expensive? I'm looking into other suppliers of this product, but like I said, it's more expensive. Because I was in Merida the other day and I'm talking about the bags, and they're seeing it very expensive. It's not cheap for them, and they said that Mexico is going through the same thing. They want to stop it too, but they're not doing it, like stopping it, because for a reason of economic. It's hard.
Do you agree with the rationale behind the phasing out?
I would think that maybe they should stop people from littering before they think about banning the product. Because people throw it on the street or they throw it anywhere and then the thing is all over the place. That's why the thing looks bad. It's not the plastic, it's the people who...
As Monsanto explains, the legislation defines the use for commercial purposes as possession of 5 or more plastic or styrofoam products. And there are penalties.
If you have 4 styrofoam containers, that's okay. The moment you have 5 styrofoam containers, regardless, it then becomes categorized as commercial purpose, at which point you can be penalized for possession. The penalties upon summary conviction, the range is, I think, if memory serves correctly, from $5,000, which is the lowest penalty, to $20,000, which is the highest penalty. And or that's only for the ones where it has a specific fine. There are provisions in there, depending on what the offense is, for 3 times the assessed value of the product that you have on hand, or whichever is greater. And of course, attached to the penalty is that if the government has to either return the product back to a location or dispose of the product, you, the offending person, will be required to pay for that.
Every year, there are about 200 million plastic bags alone on the Belizean market. It is a staggering volume of these environmentally harmful products.
The figures that we've gotten on importation of this specific type of plastic bag, which is targeted under this phase out, amounts to about 200 million on the Belizean market.
Every year?
Imported every year. And that level of use is very excessive when you think about it.
It is excessive because the single-use plastic and styrofoam products are cheap and long-lasting, but they are harmful to the environment and are a growing pollution concern. Plastics and styrofoam accounts for 19% of the 3,000 tons of national waste. That is a whopping cost. in solid waste management alone. But there are importers who are already offering alternatives to plastics and styrofoam in country. Luis Garcia of Eco-Friendly Solutions says that the issue they face is that import duties are high on these biodegradables, higher than plastic and styrofoam. He explains why the alternatives are the answer to plastic waste.
Our products are based of starch, they're starch-based products. We prepare the molds, we actually know what we want, and we send for production in China. You can reuse one of our plates, washing them well, you can reuse them 5-6 times, and they won't lose the strength. And then when they are disposed, once they're touched with elements of water, sunlight, and dirt, they start the process of breakdown.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.